Trilogy Lake Norman, 55 plus, active adult. Hey, this is Roger Holloway in the greater Charlotte area. I want to show you on the map all of the major 55 plus that are selling new construction, show you proximity on the map, talk about them. But I want to show you 10 listings. I've got 10 listings right here in Trilogy Lake Norman, and you're going to be surprised at what I talk about in this video. Well, Trilogy Lake Norman is the largest man-made lake in North Carolina. It's huge. And it began with the Catawba River running down through it. It runs down through Mountain Island Lake, which is right here. It's where we get our drinking water. It's where imagery is, right there in that peninsula. And then the mighty Catawba River runs all the way down, and Lake Wylie. Of course, Lake Wylie was the first one to get dammed up in the early 1900s, and Trilogy was a little like 60 years later or so. This is where we get our drinking water. Well, we're going to go back to Trilogy Lake Norman for sure. It's the one to beat, but it's more expensive. The entry fee has gone up to $6,500, and the monthly is right now at $371 a month. And that's quite a bit more than a lot of the other ones. Let me just show you. You got Trilogy, you got imagery right here. You've got Crestwind right over here, and actually right there. That's the one with the hospital right next to it, pretty much. Then you've got Heritage, which is down in this area, Indian Trail / Wesley Chapel. Then you've got Pinnacle at Wesley Chapel right here on 84. There's a new Crestwind, by the way, going to be right down about here. We're going to be a little watchful on that one because who knew, in fact, when all the people were buying their Crestwind homes, who knew that they were going to put those big power towers up along that Duke easement? I think the word out was that they were going to be buried, but hey, oh well, things change, right? And so you got Pinnacle at Wesley Chapel. Then you've got coming down 521 down here, you've got Treetops, it's in closed out mode. You've also got Sun City, Carolina Lakes. They built with vinyl back then, but that one's got a golf course. That's a very large one. And then you've got Carolina Orchards right over here in Fort Mill. They're in closeout mode, but they're always going to be resales. And that's the surprising thing I want to talk to you about today. Stuff happens. My wife had a friend over yesterday who was a nurse anesthetist who bought in a smaller, lesser known 55 plus. And she says, we get resales because there are people always, expiring. So things happen, right? When you get into this phase of our life, my wife and I are always talking about it. We're actually building in a 55 plus right now. Hey, if you die first, this. Hey, if I die first, that. So there are resales, a lot of unexpected reasons. Some people, didn't really know what to expect in the 55 plus lifestyle. But now, by the way, besides Sun City, Carolina Lakes being right down here, being the very first and the largest, got a golf course in it. Then they started over here at Fort Mill, Del Webb, which is Pulte. They bought that brand. Pulte bought Del Webb. They're in closeout mode, but everybody's always looking for land, right? So they're doing really well. That's a great area. That's got an indoor-outdoor pool. I had people ask me yesterday, hey, we want an indoor and outdoor pool. Well, Del Webb Carolina Orchards definitely has a beautiful indoor-outdoor, as does Trilogy, beautiful indoor-outdoor, as does Crestwind, Charlotte, a beautiful indoor-outdoor pool. Oh, I didn't even mention Bailey's Glen over here. They've got a new section there in their section called the Forest. And then you've got, so besides these two Del Webbs, there's going to be another one right over here. I believe it's called South Fork. And I'll have more detail on that. Interesting enough that I have some builders call me in on their focus groups when they're about ready to start something new, even on the beach at Myrtle Beach. I get involved in that as well. I have broker partners in Myrtle Beach and up and down the coast. And then there is this new Del Webb coming over here, right over here on the other side of Lake Wylie. And that's going to be pretty close to South Shore, McLean. I'll have more of that. And it's going to be called, I believe it's going to be called South Fork, Del Webb South Fork. So be looking for that. And what else, guys? All right, so let's dive into this Trilogy Lake Norman. By the way, it is called Lake Norman, but it's still just a little bit of ways from the actual water. But they have a membership to the boat club that comes with this. which is kind of cool, where you can go, typically they go through the week, I think. So how do you get there? Well, you know, to traverse this, you're basically going to get off at exit 16 right here, and there's a lot of new development there at Riverbend, and then you're going to head up 16. That's a great little drive up there, and get right off. Interestingly enough, right next door to Trilogy Lake Norman is the DR Horton development, which took some of the Trilogy land. It looks like they bought it from Shea Homes, and they're going to have one called The Farm at Ingleside. They're selling ranch and 2-story. It says Iron Station, but hey, you know, Trilogy is basically a Denver address, but is it in Denver? It's more like down here in the Iron Station, but hey, it all runs together. Well, let's talk about 10 houses for sale. And I'm going to talk to you about the benefits of buying a resale. And I'm going to take you all through the scroll of these, and there are a number of reasons. This is the second one. There are a number of reasons to buy a resale over a new construction home right now. I'm going to talk about that. Number one, a resale, a lot of these you can get into fairly quickly, where if you go up to Trilogy to the sales center, and by the way, if you do go to the Trilogy to the sales center, put down one of these 2 names in there. Put down, hey, my agent is Denise O'Farrell from ProStead Realty. She's one of my team members. Or put in the name Donnie Morrison. Donnie spelled with an I-E. Put either Denise O'Farrell or Donnie Morrison as your buyer's agent from ProStead Realty if you go in and register without us. That's really important, guys, if you want buyer representation. Now, they typically don't explain that. There's a little sign on the doors as if you have a realtor, make sure they're here. But if you go in and tie in the name, this is another one, this is the 9th one, of either Denise O'Farrell or Donnie Morrison from ProStead Realty, you're going to be in good shape, but make sure you call me. It's better if you call me first and let me connect you with one. Rodney Jones might even want to be involved. But here's why. This is a resale. Notice what they did. They put it, number one, about $200,000 in upgrades. This was priced at $575,000. But guess what? It's all done. The hot tub comes with it. All of the outdoor comes with it. The screen porch comes with it. All of the upgrades. This one's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath house, and it's about 5 years old. But you know, here's another benefit of buying. You can reference, this is a Graham with loft, and just reference that when you call me. If you want to get in to see this house in the next day or two, call me. We'll see if it's, number one, if it's still available, if it's under contract, and it just mentioned the Graham with loft priced at $575,000. It's all done, y'all. It's ready to go. Here's another Graham with loft, which is just right under $500,000, and this one's about 3 years old, and this one is another great one to see as well. I'm not going to show you all the pictures, but reference the Graham with loft for $499K. Here's the thing, guys. They've settled. You know, the punch stuff has been done. Now here's a Proclaim. This is a new one, and this is priced just under $489,000. So if you've been to the models, you've seen the Proclaim, and a lot of this could be budget driven, but this one's not quite done yet. It is the Proclaim model, and this could be a good bet for you. 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath from Shea Homes adult division, active adult. Now here's another Graham with loft. This one's about 4 years old, and this one's priced at $485,000. So again, great space. This is the elevation that I'm used to seeing. That loft is right up there. And if it's budget driven, this one's priced at $485,000, and this one could be perfect for you. It's about 4 years old. Here's the next one. This is a Lockwood. And if you've ever visited the models, you might have even stayed in the Lockwood if you were involved in their 2-day stay. But this Lockwood, very much like the model home, it's got cabinetry over there. It's got this beautiful extension space over here. This Lockwood is priced just under $440,000. Reference the Lockwood, priced under $440,000. If it's still available for sale, we can get you in there very quickly, and that's a great plan. And I want to point out that a lot of these have their key picture is the outdoors, right? Living out to that wooded lot. This particular one is also a Lockwood, priced just under $433,000. If you want to get in to see this Lockwood, again, if you remember, the Lockwoods have the 10-foot ceilings, as do the Grahams, 10-foot ceilings and 8-foot doors. Some of the newer ones, like that Independence and probably that Proclaim, would be 9-foot ceilings and And so that could play into it, but look at how they're playing out to the outdoors. This one, again, is beautiful. It is a Lockwood, 3 years old, price just under $433. Here is a beauty right here. This one's about 5 years old. And again, if we're looking at price point, I don't know the model on this one. It looks like it's got the one-car garage entry. It might be a tandem, I don't know. But look how beautiful they painted it. They've got it playing out to that really good looking. And guys, this is where I'm living. I'm living in the sunroom, and I'm living out there. I might even be asleep right there. I might be asleep out there. I'm a kind husband. My snoring bother you, I'll sleep on the couch till you get settled. That type of thing. This is a beautiful home, guys, priced at $339. So yes, you can get into Trilogy into the 300s. Even I'm going to show you one in the upper 200s. Just be aware that no matter which of these you buy, whether it's this one or this one or this one, you're going to be paying that $6,500 one-time fee to get. That's kind of that's the cost to play, right? That's the cost to get in. $6,500 kind of entry fee, and the monthly is right at $371 a month now. And the last one I want to show you is I think this is the last one. This is an Independence. This is new. This is at just priced under $330. And then there's one more, which is a Linville, which I'm not going to show you. And that Linville, I ran out of time. That Linville is priced at $295. Guys, give me a call. Tell me your story, and I'll see you in the next video.